I think that we should see what happened in the Ottoman Empire in the First World War as more encompassing than simply the Armenian genocide, that there's more to it than that, and it includes more different ethnic groups, the main point being that they were non-Muslim. Sometimes even Yazidis were being targeted during that time. And there was cooperation between the various Christian groups, the Armenians and the Assyrians, the Yazidis and the Assyrians. And this meant that we have something that is more encompassing, more evil actually than simply the targeting of one Christian group, the Armenians. Armenians were everywhere in the Ottoman Empire, in the cities and in the countryside, whereas the Assyrians were pretty much concentrated to southeastern Anatolia and a bit of northwestern Iran. So they were not so well connected internationally. The Assyrians did not have an intellectual elite. There were not many really well-known businessmen, bankers, architects, and the like. Their political development was rather new and in some places didn't exist. As far as the genocide context is that often the Assyrians were told that this genocide is only about the Armenians, so you can be very, very safe. And then after the Armenians started getting deported, like from Diyarbakir or from Mardin, sometime later they would start taking the Assyrians. And this was a very unfortunate sort of argument, but people were so scared that they would accept it. We have a case in Midyat, the largest Assyrian town, where the people were told, well, if you just let us have the Armenians and the Protestants, then everything will be fine. And so they agreed to let the Armenians and Assyrians go. And they were killed rather quickly, and then, of course, the Turkish side came back and took them. This is always a very, very difficult question to answer, the number of victims and the number of the original Assyrian population. The Ottoman Empire was a theocracy, so it classified people according to their religion. And so we have to put together the various religious groups within the Assyrian ethnic group to do this. But most of the estimates that were done at that time come up with about between 500,000 and 600,000. And this includes both the Ottoman Empire and then that bit of Iran where they were also living. Now, after the war was over, there was a delegation to the Paris peace talks, just like the Armenians had, and they presented numbers that showed that 250,000 of their number had been killed or disappeared during the First World War. And they said that this was about half. There has long been a historical institute in Ankara which has had a section for the Armenian genocide and the denial of it. They have one now section for the Assyrians. So to create a denialist section in the Historical Institute of Turkey is also an admission on their part that it's at least worth denial.